Welcome back to Emotional Mojo. In our Celebrity Mojo today, it seems drugs have taken yet another talented Hollywood star's life, as everyone is mourning the loss of 46-year-old Phillip Seymour Hoffman. Now, when Hoffman didn't show up to pick up his kids Sunday morning, a friend got worried and went to his apartment, and that's where police say he found the actor alone in his bathroom with a needle in his arm, dead from an apparent heroin overdose. Gossip site TMZ.com reports police found bags of heroin all around him, and what's so sad is that Hoffman had been clean for 23 years before falling off the wagon in 2012. He most recently checked himself into rehab in May of last year, where sources say he felt he was getting close to a major relapse and wanted to nip it in the bud before it happened. Now, he did leave behind 3 children and his partner of 15 years, Mimi O'Donnell. And it really proves, sadly, that addiction is a lifelong struggle.
Exactly. And, there had been reports in the news about these batches of heroin that have a mix of this other drug in it, that's a cancer drug. And they think that maybe this batch, was one of those that he got a hold of.
Yeah, it was like a super potent one. It's killed dozens of people in the past couple of weeks in the area. Jada, maybe you can help us out here. I mean, 23 years of being clean. What would make a person fall off the wagon? Is this common?
It is common, and unfortunately, what we see that the relapse percentage is really high, Michelle, and this is such a sad story. It's, the reality is oftentimes it's difficult for people who are addicted to drugs and alcohol to actually become very, quote, okay with sobriety.
Right.
That's really difficult. It's a lifestyle change for sure. And getting up every single day, most of the time they're going to say that they're thinking about not taking a drink or not doing drugs. Could you imagine?
That consumes the everyday.
Yes, that everyday battle of having to make that decision. So it becomes a very difficult process.
And I wonder if there's one thing that maybe triggered him into this. We hear that all the time with things like eating disorders and alcohol, that you relapse because of like one thing that happened, and who knows if
Well, actually, you know what, Tara, that's a good question, because it's a progressive process. It doesn't just happen with one thing. It could be one thing that kind of spirals into another, that spirals into another. So it's definitely a process.
Really unfortunate.